everyone, it's Pam here with Tattered Paper and Lace, and I welcome you back to my channel. If you've just found me, welcome and thank you for coming along. I hope you'll be back. And if you are longtime subscribers, thank you so much for following along and coming back to my channel. I appreciate it so very much. Without you, there would no need for me to do this. So I appreciate it very much. So we are here today for week 35 of the Margarete Miller Weekly Challenge. And if you want to go to hashtag 20, let's see if I have it. My lighting is never good. I have not a good way to do lighting. But anyway, if you would like to go to hashtag 2024CW35, you can see what others are doing for this particular week. So today, this week, we need an illustration from a children's book, a hexagon, brown or craft paper, the name of a favorite tea, a string of numbers, and the bonus is a fragrant item from your surroundings. Well, I have all of them, sort of. I do not have my favorite tea because I don't really drink tea. So I'm using my favorite coffee. And this is from the coffee pod. And I drink this coffee every morning. So I'm going to do that instead of a favorite tea since I don't really drink tea. And besides that, the tea bags and the tea covers that I have put somewhere very safe. And now I don't know where they're at, so I haven't been able to locate them, so I'm going to use coffee instead. And I have cut this. This was round in a circle, and I cut it into a hexagon, so that will be my hexagon as well. So let's get started, and let's see what I am going to do today. My first piece will be this. This is brown paper. This is not craft paper, but it is brown paper, and it is a painter's mask paper. So that is what I am going to use for this brown paper prompt, and that is going to have to go down first. So I need my glue page, my glue stick, and I think I'm going to, because it's thin, so I'm going to do this with glue stick, I think. So this glue stick, you can see my glue stick. This particular glue stick is created by, when you get to the end of your glue stick, this is just a tip I saw from some other crafter. Don't remember who, don't remember when even. And this is the first tube of this that I have tried. But they suggested, and they have done, and I've done it, and I'm using it, and it seems to work pretty well, is when you get down to the last of your glue stick, it has the little piece that helps it to push up. And there's a whole lot of glue left in that little piece. And so this person had suggested you dig that glue out and you store it in an empty tube that you have gotten, that you have kept, an empty tube of your glue stick with the little thing in the bottom that rises up. And so I just emptied one and didn't clean out that little bit at the bottom that pushes it up. And when you empty others, you just keep stuffing them down into the tube and just keep pushing it down with your finger and keep pushing it down and keep pushing it down. And eventually you fill up this again. And then you're not wasting a whole lot of glue. Now, it took me a while to fill that up, but I'm using that now, and it works pretty well. It's not quite as, it's just as much glue, and it glues just as well as, a regular glue stick that you didn't stuff it down in, but it does want to separate a little bit at each juncture. But it works well, and you're saving a lot of glue. You're saving a lot of purchasing of glue. Okay, so this is my brown paper, and then this is my illustration. Oops, excuse me. Sorry, knocked the camera all over the place. This is my illustration from a children's book, and this is from the Mother Goose Nursery Rhymes. I think it's Mother Goose. Hold on, let me show you the book. This book, yes, it is Mother Goose. It's from this book. It's an old library book, and this is an image from that book. So I am using this as my image from a children's book, and I am just, well, let me tell you, I'll show you what else I was going to do, and then we'll put it together, because I had thought about I had cut out her hands, and I thought that I would stick this rose, which would be the fragrance, a fragrance item from your surroundings, which is the bonus. And I thought I would do that, but I didn't like it because this was going to be too blank. It's going to look too bare. That just wasn't going to work for me. I decided it didn't work. So I'm not using that. I'll still be able to just glue that all down and it'll be fine. But I am going to use this sprig, if I can get it up, of rosemary. And so that's going to go along this side. But that's not going to be the next thing. So I'm just going to glue along the edge, the outside edge of this. Just wanted to show you what I had thought about doing, which is not going to work. So I'm not doing that. Or it would work. I just didn't like the way it looked. I'm just going to do this right down the edge because I need to put, and I'm putting this here so I can see where the edge is of this page. I don't want to glue it all the way down yet because I'm going to need to lift it up just a bit in just a moment. So we're just going to lay that down just like that. I don't need much of it, but I need a little because a string of random, oh, I didn't say random, but a string of numbers is this. And I want this here, but I want it underneath that. So this is washi tape, and I've just pulled off the piece that's long, whoops, that's long enough to go along here. So that's going to go along there. So I'm going to stick that right there for now, and I'm going to mark on my little piece here where that is going to need to go so I can get it on there straight. And then, did it even mark? It didn't mark on this end. Yeah, there we go. There's my mark. Okay, so then I will get this glued. This is not very sticky. I had it sticking to this all week while I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do here and how I wanted to do it. And it stuck, but it didn't stay because I could pull it right back up. So I'm putting some glue on there. And we're using the glue stick for that. I got to turn this sideways. I think we're fixing to have a storm. So I want it this way. Yeah, I think it's raining. It just started. How about that? I didn't think it was supposed to rain any this week, but that's good. We need it. It is a little dry. So I want this. I don't think I got it over far enough over here. I want it right on that mark and right on that mark there. So it goes right along there, just like that. Okay, and I think I was going to do it the other way, but it's this way now, so I'm not pulling it up. I didn't get it quite as close as I wanted to, but it's okay. So if the lighting is a little dark, because it's now a little darker in here since it's raining, you'll just have to forgive me for that. So I'm going to cut off this little bit right here, just even with the page, just like that. Okay, and then now I can go ahead and glue down. I'm going to do it sideways. I can go ahead and glue down the rest of this. I left my glue open, so hopefully, yeah, it still comes out. That's good. So we're gonna go along here, because everything else, I think, whoops, wait, this is gonna be fine, but I'm gonna have to get the washi tape up a little bit because I need to get around to all this that I cut out to when I was gonna do something different, because I don't want any of that to come up. So I gotta make sure I get all the edges of that. I got my glue in this. Okay, let me put the lid on that. Because then, right in here somewhere, I'm gonna have to lift this up. Right in here, I might have to glue it again. But I've got to lift that up just a bit. But I can go ahead and glue her down. There's nothing else going under her. So there. Now, so that's got my illustration from a children's book, the brown craft paper or craft paper. My favorite tea is going to actually be a favorite coffee for me, because I don't really drink tea. And I'm going to put it right there, but I'm going to put this underneath, but over this. So I can put that back down. And this is going to go like that. And then this little piece is going to go over the stem there, down this way, like that. And then this is the little rhyme that went with this image, and it says, "There was a maid on Scrabble Hill, and if not dead, she lives there still. She grew so tall, she reached the sky, and on the moon hung clothes to dry." So that's what she's doing right here, is she's hanging this scarf or whatever it is on the moon. And I'm going to put this right here, since that goes with her. And that way I'll know what this little image was about. Yes, I'm going to put that, so that's going to go just about like that. So I need to glue, what do I do with the glue? To glue this to the washi tape, just not underneath that yet, because this rosemary, so the rosemary is now something fragrant in my surroundings. My husband has some rosemary growing out in the garden, so that is something that is a fragrant from my surroundings. So that's going to go just like that underneath there, and that's kind of a foil thing. It comes on top of the Keurig pods, so we can leave that like that. Now I'm going to, because I don't think I need to go under any of the washi tape now. I've done all that's going underneath, so I'll finish, yeah, so I'll finish gluing it all the way down again, since I pulled it up, except under that I won't glue. But we'll just glue along the edge here. Get that down so it won't come back up. And I think I can get it along here. Along here, if you can hear my air running, it's gotten warm a little bit in here, so it's come on. And you might can hear the rain outside, because it's coming down pretty good, I think. Which was, I don't believe that was expected. So that's awesome. Okay, I'm going to put the rosemary just like that. Yes, that's exactly how I want it to go. I don't want that to, so it needs to go like that. Yeah, like that. Yep, that's how I'm going to want it. So let's get that glued down, and then we'll be pretty well on our way. This one took me a little while. Again, once I figured out, you know, that I wanted to use this particular image from the illustration, that is what I knew. The brown paper would be in my background, just didn't know how much of it would be in the background and how much I was going to use. But when I found this image that was pretty much the height of my page, and it was a narrow piece, then I kind of knew where I might be going with it. But it took me a while to figure out. I could not in the beginning make any of this make sense together. Not any of it. None of it wanted to make sense together. But finally I got it, and it makes sense now. At least to me it does. Hopefully it does to you as well. I mean, it's just a collage. It doesn't have a story. I didn't come up with a story for this because I just didn't really think of one or what it could be. But I like how it turned out, or how it will turn out as we go along here. Now, so that is something fragrant from my surroundings, is the rosemary. And here's my prompts. I've got glue all over my fingers. Okay, now I can glue down this piece. It will, I have to turn it sideways again so I can get to it. I can glue this down now because that's all that's going under. The next piece will go over it. So in a few weeks, we are going on a little trip, and we're going with some friends to Kentucky for the ARC experience. I don't know if you've heard of the ARC experience, but it is where some entity has built, I don't think it's state run or anything, but has built an ARC to the specifications of Noah's Ark in the Bible. And so we're going there, and to the creation experience, which is down the road a ways. And I want this to be, I think, about like that. I might want this to be turned around like this. Do I? No, I don't. But I'm not sure I want this to show so much, so I'm gonna pull it back up and snip it off, because that's the tail of that is a little bit too much, too wide. I don't want it to show underneath this so much. So we're gonna do it like that. Yep, that'll work. So let me get this down. But anyway, so we're going to be going to that, and we're also going to go to the Creation Museum, which is a 30-minute ride from where the ARC experience is. I have been wanting to do this, and so I'm finally getting an opportunity. And that's going to be in a few weeks' time. That should be fun. I'm looking forward to that. It is kind of a long drive for us. It's like 10 hours. We're going to stop. We're going to do the travel in 2 days, because it's like a 10-hour drive if you drive straight through, or an 8-hour drive maybe, because I think we're going to drive about 5 hours and then stop. We've already got our hotel rooms and everything, and we're going to stop and then get up and drive the next morning on into the town in Kentucky, of which I cannot remember the name of the town where this experience is. But that is something we're doing soon. We just got back from Jekyll Island, Georgia, and we went to a dance event there. Carolina Shag, which is a Carolina dance that started in the 1930s. And so we went to a dance event. Okay, that is my collage. So let's see if I have everything. I think I do, but let's see if we do. Okay, an illustration from a children's book is this lady here, a hexagon. I used my coffee pod top from the coffee I drink each morning and cut it into a hexagon. Let's get that down. That's wanting to pop up. Okay, so that's there, and I'm using that instead of tea because I don't really drink tea. So, I mean, I have drank tea, but I don't have a favorite tea because I don't drink a lot of tea. That's just not something I do. Okay, so we have the hexagon. Brown craft paper is in the background here. Name of a favorite tea. Well, I'm using my coffee instead of tea on that prompt. And I am using that right there. A string of numbers is this washi tape in the background. And the bonus is a fragrant item from your surroundings. And I'm using this sprig of rosemary that is in my Reader's Digest medicinal herbs book. And then I also just put the little poem, little ditty that goes here with this lady from Mother Goose, the Mother Goose Fables. And my props go down here at the bottom. And so I'm going to do that, and then I'm just going to use this extra little sprig of rosemary to go down the side, and that's going to be it. So let me get that down. So I would appreciate you guys leaving me a message. It is so important that when you view, the views count, but also in the YouTube algorithm, comments count. And I get pretty good views, but I don't get a lot of comment. And if you don't do anything but do a heart or, you know, some other little nice emoji such as that, that counts. That counts as you don't have to go to type in a lot. You just can do a little smile emoji or a heart or anything like that, and that counts as a comment. And I would appreciate it if you would comment. I love to see comments. I love to answer the comments. I love to see what you think about what I have done. And if you like what I've done. So I would love for you to leave a comment if you so desire. But if you don't want to type anything, just go put a smile emoji. You can even do a laugh emoji if you want to. Or a heart, or, you know, whatever. Be nice, though. I would ask you to be nice. But everybody that's ever commented has always been nice. But it does make a difference in the algorithm and how they show your videos, or how they get them to be viewed by people other than the ones who are already viewing. And I really would appreciate help in getting my videos out to people who may not be aware of my channel. Okay, so that is my collage for this week. No story attached to this one except the fable that is Mother Goose's story, if you will. And I like how it turned out. It was a little bit more difficult than the most recent ones have been, but I think it turned out really nice. I like it. So let me know what you think. I appreciate, again, you coming along, following along, commenting if you will. So I thank you so very much. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.